What's up, y'all? This be your boy Scotty, and you're watching My Perspective number 27. What's up, you guys? As I always let everybody know, if this is your first time tuning in to me, this is your first time watching me, your first ever video seeing of me, this is my perspective where I talk about different things that goes on in entertainment situations, and sometimes I might, throw in a little real life situations. I haven't done the real life situation, the real life perspective situations in a long time, because last time I did that was last spring when I talked about the dating game and my frustration with it. But it's mainly about entertainment news and gossip and everything else that's going on in the industry, things that you might want to be informed about. Do I have any announcements before I just get into the real? Oh, this morning, you guys, I don't know what the hell this means because it was random as hell, but before I logged on Twitter just now and told you guys that, I was filming this video, I looked up at my followers, and the newest follower that I got was The Boys Entertainment, and those are people that's behind reality shows like Tiny and Toya, Keyshia and Daniel, Keyshia Called the Way It Is, the Mike Big Project, Toya, A Family Affair, Monica Still Standing, mostly the BET reality shows. And, I don't know why they're following me. Maybe they see my videos, maybe not. I'm not sure, because another person followed me. I think it's, I Got Soul. That's a musical blog, and they followed me so randomly out of the blue one day. So I don't know what this is about. I don't know if it's because of my videos or what. I personally don't believe that if I was doing YouTube videos, I would even be getting followed like that. But, what do y'all think about that? But let's get into the video, shall we? My perspective on whatever. Now I'm going to start off with the TLC Biopic. That's something that I failed to speak on the last time I did my perspective video. And I must say that I'm not too keen on who they chose to play who. The cast of the TLC Biopic, T-Boz, the person that's playing T-Boz is Drew Sidora. If you don't know who Drew Sidora is, go back and watch the first and second season of the game, and that's who Duran cheated on Melanie with, and her name was Drew Sidora, so check that out. Left Eye is being played by Lil Bow Wow Mama, aka Lil Mama, and Chili is being played by KeKe Palmer. Okay, now this is my thing. A lot of people were up in arms about Lil Mama playing Left Eye, and initially I was, because I didn't even think about, Lil Mama, what movies has she played in? And if she played in any, please let me know. But I know that they did not want an A-list cast to be played in these movies. They wanted fresh faces. They wanted a couple of under-the-radar actors and actresses to play the roles in the movie, so I can kind of respect that. And plus, it's made for TV. It's a VH1 movie. Not to say that it's not going to be worth it, because I love VH1 and I know they're going to hit it, hit the park with it. But the reason, I wasn't too keen on Lil Mama playing Left Eye, in that, I was being shallow just like most people. It's because she looked like Lil Bow Wow. But when I thought about it, you know what I'm saying, it was like, well, no matter what we all may think of Lil Mama, she does carry Left Eye characteristics at some point. She does have that Left Eye swag. Just by the way she acts reminds me of Left Eye, because I can honestly see Lil Mama burning down the house, burning down Andre Rison's mansion. I can honestly see that. Or I could see Lil Mama wanting to put black tape over her mouth at the Creep video because she ain't like the song. I could honestly see that. So, I don't really have a problem with Lil Mama playing Left Eye. I know that I was wrong for going in at first on Twitter because, Left Eye looks like, not Left Eye, Lil Mama look like Lil Bow Wow, and she's not that attractive to me. But, just looking back at what she has, because she's very talented. No matter what we think about her, she's a rapper, she can sing, and clearly she's a good enough actress to get this role. And she does have Left Eye characteristics, like I said before, so I'm not going to count her out just yet. I think that, she may do well for the role. Drew Sidora as T-Boz, I really don't know about that. I don't even see her giving me T-vibes. And you know, most people think it's about the looks. You know, it's about if they look if they look remotely close to a certain, to the characters they playing. And that's not the issue for me. It's about what they bring. And I don't see Drew Sidora giving me that raspy, the 22nd of loneliness. And we've been through so many things. With all honesty, but I know he's cheating on me. I look him in his eyes, but all he tells me is lies to keep me near. Ooh, y'all don't know that's my shit. I never live him down, though I might mess around. It's only 'cause I need some affection. Oh, so I creep. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm done. But yeah, I can't really see her giving me T-vibes. I can't see it. When I think about Drew Sidora, the only thing I think about is her on the game looking at Melanie after the party. What you looking at? Low self-esteem, bitch. Okay, you need to back the hell up. Not that you owe me anything, but damn, I am another black woman. Barely. That's the only thing I can see her doing. But I'm going to give her a chance. I'm not going to judge her. But as of right now, I don't see it. As far as KeKe Palmer playing Chili, she does kind of look like Chili in a way, but I don't know. I kind of feel like KeKe Palmer is a little bit too young to play Chili. But then again, they're depicting these people's lives from the beginning to the end. And, makeup can do wonders, they can make them look older, you know what I'm saying? So, at this point, I don't really know. I know that there was a rumor that they were considering old girl that played on Degrassi. She had played Hazel, which was Paige's best friend on Degrassi, The Next Generation, and I could have seen her playing Chili somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna judge these people, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't see it. But I think that I could see KeKe giving me Chili more so than Drew Sidora giving me T-vibes. I can possibly, see Chili. I can possibly see KeKe Wyatt. Not KeKe Wyatt. I can possibly see KeKe Palmer. On the movie, on the set of No Scrubs, swinging across that swing. A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fine, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants to just sit on his broke ass. So, no, I don't want you. Whatever, I love me some TLC, so that's why I'm breaking out into song. So, that's all I really got to say about the TLC Biopic, but I just want to see the movie. The movie has been in the works for a very long time. They're now filming it, so I can't wait to see what they come with. Kelly Rowland throws some shade at Keyshia Cole. She basically says, and I don't remember verbatim what she says, but I'm going to kind of paraphrase it a little bit, because, when they asked her about what Keyshia said about Michelle, she basically said that Keyshia wasn't on her radar, and with all due respect, people, we as in me, Beyonce, and Michelle matter to people more so than her, so I really didn't care what she had to say. And I didn't really find that a shade. I just feel like it was the truth. Now, what I really don't like about this situation is that, Keyshia, I'm a huge stan of Keyshia, so I'm not going to sit up, just because I'm a huge stan of hers doesn't mean that I don't think that she's wrong, because I made a whole video reading her ass and even sung her national anthem the same way her cracked out ass did. But what I don't like about it is that these people are really trying to clown Keyshia like she ain't never had no success, or like she's just irrelevant to the industry, and that's not really true to me. Keyshia Cole is actually selling albums. Granted, she's not selling platinum like she used to, really who is these days, but her album has recently sold 300K, and her album has only been out since November, and that's a really good thing considering that, you know, some people's albums came out a year ago and they can't even scan 200K, you know what I'm saying? And she's doing this with only 2 videos and BET promotion. So I don't like when people try to count her out and make it seem like, you know, she wasn't shit to the industry, like she's just irrelevant, because she's not. You know, she's still here actually selling records, and more so selling more records than Kelly Rowland ever did as a solo artist. But like I said before, what Kelly said was true. At the end of the day, even though I don't feel like Keyshia is irrelevant, but Destiny's Child has a much more bigger following than Keyshia Cole does, and you know, when you take shots at people like that, you know, this is the end result of it. So I understand where Kelly was coming from, and I just think that Keyshia just needs to back off and just continue on with promoting her album and pushing it to gold, because it's gonna go gold. I got a feeling that it is, as long as she keeps pushing it. And you know, I really want this whole Keyshia versus Michelle thing to be over, because I'm kind of over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody keeps attacking this woman about it, and it happened almost a month ago, and I attacked her too, and I just think that it's just pretty much stupid, and I'm over it at this point. Like I said what I had to say. I'm not going to keep on reading Keyshia every time I hear her name. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody else got to do it, but me as Scotty, I'm not going to keep reading her. It is what it is. Next up, Rihanna and her clique throw shade at Ciara, because Ciara did this horrible video of her singing her song Body Party, that's a new single, a cappella, and they basically took a picture of her, it was a picture out of Rihanna and her 2 homegirls looking at the video, laughing at it. And you know, they was like Body Party at the bottom of the video. At the bottom of the picture, it was like a caption that says Body Party, the London edition. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Rihanna is in no motherfucking shape or form and got any leg room to clown anybody's vocals, okay? And everybody knows that I don't like Rihanna. I never liked her music. I only like a select few of songs, but I have never liked her as a person, and I have never liked her music. I always liked Ciara over her. Now, this is not why I'm going in on her, because at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. I went in on Keyshia even though I like Keyshia over Michelle, because she was wrong. Now I'm going in on Rihanna because she was wrong. And the only reason why I'm doing this because I really do feel like Rihanna is slick jealous of this bitch. We understand that you don't like Ciara, you know, we understand that, but it seems like every chance you get, you take jabs at this girl. And I've heard a lot of stories about her being on Instagram liking shady ass photos of Ciara all the time, and it's like she really doesn't like her. And I don't like Rihanna's attitude, and the fact that people are really laughing at this shit and really giggling and kikiing about it like it's funny, I really don't respect that, because the same people that's kikiing about this situation, like, you know, giving Rihanna high fives and thinking that it's cute, is the same people that read Keyshia Cole for going in on Michelle. And I honestly feel like it's the same motherfucking situation. The only difference is Rihanna is a much more bigger star than Ciara at this point, but that doesn't really matter to me. I don't give a fuck how big of a star she is. At this point in time, that is wrong, and she shouldn't be trying to go in on nobody's vocals, and especially when she sounds like a fucking strangled cat. You know, sounds like a cat being strangled every time she sings. Oh, I shine bright like a diamond. Like, oh my god, like, she's so motherfucking annoying with her tool shed head ass. Like, that's why I don't like Rihanna. I feel like she's a bitch, and that's just my personal opinion. I don't need any Rihanna stans coming at me, because, you know, at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. It's not about me not liking Rihanna, because like I said, I like some of her songs, like throw it up, what's it up, whatever, and the song with Future, and, you know, What's My Name, Umbrella, Hate That I Love You, What's My Name, I thought I said What's My Name, Man Down. You know, I like some of her songs, Take a Bow, whatever, but I don't like her attitude, and that's what turns me off with her. And everybody gives her, you know, credibility for being a bitch that don't give a fuck. Well, you know, you got people like Keyshia Cole and K Michelle that act the same way, and y'all classify them as hood rats and make them out to be the worst people in the motherfucking world. And I just don't think that that's fair. And just because Rihanna is a huge star does not mean that you have the right to sit up here and just, you know, you know, that doesn't mean that she has a right to clown anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets her death for not giving a fuck. And you know, I respect the fact that she don't give a fuck. But what I don't like is people give her too much credit, and the same shit that she does, somebody else does the same thing, and they get criticized for it. That's what I don't like. And the fact that she's throwing shade at Ciara not being publicized like Keyshia going in on Michelle, I just don't like the double standards in this industry. I really don't. And right is right and wrong is wrong. Go in on a bitch for being wrong. I went in on Keyshia because she was wrong, and I went in on Rihanna because she motherfucking wrong. And at the end of the day, I would choose Ciara over Rihanna any day, and that's just my opinion. So Rihanna stands, don't get upset with me. I ain't hating on the bitch because she is hot right now. She is what she is. I hear her on the radio all day, every day, and she's, you know, this generation's Britney Spears as far as I'm concerned. But at the end of the day, I don't like her attitude, and that's just what it is. And right is right and wrong is wrong. If K. Michelle was, you know, throwing shade at a bitch for no reason, I would have been reading her. And everybody knows how much I love K. Michelle. Even in one of my previous videos, I talked about how K. Michelle was acting childish with the Carly thing after they had the incident with the fork being thrown at her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't discriminate, and I don't show any favoritism. It is what it is. I don't like shit like that. Don't throw shade at somebody just because. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. As far as Ciara's new song, Body Party, I really do like it. I think that it's gonna be her single that gets her album released, because Sorry was a very good song and I loved it. I don't even see why that flopped. And as far as Got Me Good, I thought that song was hot too, and I kind of don't see how that flopped. But I hope Ciara gets it together and releases this album. Okay, DJ Envy admits that he slept with Erica Mena while he was married, and now he wants to say that she was beneath him. Motherfucker, please. Because that's some bullshit, okay? Like, I like DJ Envy. I think that, you know, he's one of my favorite people on the Breakfast Club, because I really don't care for Angela Fleet like that. And that's just my opinion, but whatever. Bitch, please. Don't say that she beneath you now, because she wasn't beneath you when you was sticking your dick up in her. She wasn't beneath you then. She was the, you know, she was your equal when you was sticking your dick up in her. So don't try to say that, you know what I'm saying, she ain't shit now, or she's beneath you because you got caught and now everybody knows you for being a motherfucking, an adulterer, basically. Like, you knew what this bitch was when you fucked her, and you knew you was married when you fucked her. So don't try to down her now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. I don't like when niggas do that. You know what I'm saying? Now a bitch is beneath you because you fucked her and now you got caught and now she beneath you. Don't do it. And I don't even like Ratchet Camena, but whatever. Tavia Roberson, who was formerly with Destiny's Child, she's now pregnant. It was revealed that she was pregnant yesterday by some well-known Atlanta producer. I don't know who the fuck it is, but, you know, they ain't say who it was. It just said a well-known Atlanta producer. And, you know, there's speculations on who that is. She's currently filming her reality show about her life. She's going to be discussing a lot of things that went on in her life that I forgot. You know, it was a list of things that she will be discussing on it. She will be filming her reality show. I think it's going to be with TV One. She's also going to be discussing what went on with her breakup with Destiny's Child, and she's trying to plot a solo career. So, you know, a lot of people be doing Latavia bad, but I always root for the underdog, and I hope that she makes it and, gets past this whole Destiny's Child thing, because, you know, a lot of people always want to down her for wanting to talk about it, but that was a part of her past, and when she does go out and do PR and does things with her solo career, they're going to ask her about it, just like they asked Latoya about it. They're going to ask Latavia about it, the first stages of her solo career, so we just going to have to deal with that. A fugitive in New York is wanted for spreading HIV and AIDS to hundreds of men and women. And that is a very sad thing. Like, he did it because he was depressed. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that really put things into perspective for me, because, you know, as of right now, I haven't had sex in a long time. And I really do feel like now at this point in time, you know, with shit like this going on, if I ever get in another relationship, when it's time for us to make that move and have sex, I'm going to be like, look, we're going to have to go to the clinic, and we're going to have to, you know, get that paper. You know, we're going to get that paper or something. You know, it's just hard to trust people these days with stories like this coming out, because, you know, you think it'll never happen to you, but, you know, it probably, you know, you never know. So you got to just keep, you know, you just got to get tested and just, you know, keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, get tested, don't sleep with multiple people, and don't, you know, whatever. Even you know, even if you're in a relationship, just protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's really sad. Azealia Banks calls 106 & Park worthless. I like you, Azealia, but your mouth is getting on my nerves. And I really hate how people try to put down 106 & Park. True enough, it's not as great as it once was when Free and AJ was on the show, but it's here. There's no black countdown shows that's out, period, and BET are the only ones that still have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, where else can R&B acts go and promote their music? Yeah, you can go on that, you know, on certain shows, you know, on certain nighttime shows or whatever, but not many R&B artists get that luxury. And you know, we need BET for our urban acts, and I'm sorry, that's just what it is. You know, because MTV ain't promoting them, and neither is VH1 unless it's a reality show, and that's just being real. There's supposedly going to be a BGC Bad Girls Club spinoff going to be called BGC AllStar Battle, and honestly, I don't even think I'm excited about it, because most girls that were actually bad girls on Bad Girls Club before are basically older and they're over it, and I already know that I'm not going to want to watch it, because the people that they chose for the cast already are the likes of Zuli, the likes of Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Like, the likes of the twins. What? Nobody wants to see that. So, I'm just going to wait till the whole cast is revealed, as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, whatever. I don't know if I talked about this in any other My Perspective video, but the R&B Divas LA cast was revealed like almost a month ago, and I ain't heard nobody talk about it on no video, and I don't even think I talked about it. But the cast of R&B Divas is R&B singer Kelly Price, Shantae Moore, Claudette, or I don't know how to pronounce her last name, Claudette from the group City High, she's on the show. Dawn Robinson of Escape, Lil Mo, and Michelle A, the one with the squeaky Mickey Mouse voice that was fucking, you know, Dr. Dre, and then fuck Suge Knight too. Her. Yeah, you know, that's the cast of R&B Divas LA. They're filming right now, and they will be premiering this summer. As far as the original cast of R&B Divas, from what I hear, Nikki Gilbert is still on the show, and they've added 2 new people to the cast. One of the new people that's added to the cast is Latasha Scott of Escape, and the other one is Angie Stone, and they're added to the, you know, they added to the ATL cast. That includes Nikki Gilbert, Faith Evans, Selena Johnson, Monifa, and Keke Wyatt. Those are the people that's on the show. And now you got Latasha and Angie Stone to round them out. And there we go. And they should be returning in May. Before I go, I want to send a special shout out to a good friend of mine. His name is DiiJai. He's an unsigned Atlanta R&B singer who has been putting out mixtapes and EPs over the last 3 years, as far as I know. And he has a new single that is available for downloading. It's called By Myself, and it's a pretty good song. And I really want you guys to download it and support him. I'm going to post the link under my video, and I'm going to post his Twitter information, which is This Is DiiJai. That's his Twitter name, and I'm gonna post all of that, and I want you guys to support him because he's really a good singer, and you know, he's been, you know, making mixtapes and EPs over the last couple of years now since I've been knowing him. I even wrote a few songs for him before, and I don't know if they're gonna make his current project at this point, but you know, it is what it is. And another person that I want to shout out is Siergio. I know you guys should know him by now. He does excellent covers of certain songs. He does, his latest cover is Suit and Tie. I'm going to post a link to that, and I want you guys to support him. He has a project coming out, and I want you guys to support him because I love him to death. He's a very good person, and a pretty good friend of mine as well. So shout out to DiiJai and shout out to Siergio. That's all I got from My Perspective. Follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Mr_StillStanding without the G. Ask Scotty email at MrStillStanding@yahoo.com. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, feel free to do so at King of the South 23. My page is not private. Just letting you know. I guess that's it, you guys. The next video that you'll be seeing will most likely be either in Bitch Are You Serious or My Testimony. It's one of the two. So I'm out of here, you guys. Peace. And as you can see, I'm dressed down today. I've been dressed up for the past 2 videos, but I'm dressed down this morning because it's kind of early, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.